I know we are only at the 2-minute warning when it comes to the football game, but Buffalo fans, we have reasons to celebrate. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this special edition of Believers Talk, also a preview edition. We're going to get into the preview of the Bills-Titans game this Sunday, but guys, first, the most important news, the Buffalo Sabres have beat the Pittsburgh Penguins to go 1-0 to start the season, and this was on the road. So big road win for the Buffalo Sabres to start this season off right, start the Kruger administration off the right way, starting with a 3-1 victory over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Hutton with a good game, making 28 of 29 saves. Sherry with 2 goals. Let's go Buffalo! Angry Buffalo sports fan, welcome to the podcast. I don't know what you guys call these things, but yes, the Buffalo Sabres come out with a victory. I was watching this game as I was getting ready to come on here to stream, and I was like, hey, let's get on here early. Let's celebrate together. Again, the Buffalo Sabres. I know, listen, it's an 82 game season. It's not like the NFL where every win matters, but hey, big one to start off on the road. Unfortunately, it's not against an Atlantic Division opponent, but still pretty good. Anthony, John, welcome, guys. And again, welcome to everybody. My name is Joe. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button. Of course, we have you covered on our Buffalo Bills. We'll always have you covered on our Buffalo Bills. But we also keep you up to date on the Sabres, Bulls, Bisons, all Buffalo sports. So you want to hit me up on Twitter as well as we continue to give you Buffalo sports news on there. Follow me, subscribe, whatever you want to call it, and then also share this video as we begin to preview the game between the Tennessee Titans and our Buffalo Bills. So we want to talk about some injury notes first. We can do that. The big news coming out today that the Buffalo Bills have released Connor McDermott. Connor McDermott has been inactive for the first 4 games of the Buffalo Bills season so far. So that means that the Buffalo Bills have 52 guys on their active roster. Obviously, we know we can have as many as 53. So that means we have 1 spot available. So what is that 1 spot for? I know a lot of people were getting excited yesterday thinking about a Stephon Diggs trade. I don't see that happening immediately in the works. You know, some people said they saw him in Buffalo. Well, think about it, guys. If he's being traded, how often do you hear of a player being somewhere in another city before he's traded? Not too often. That's normally like a free agency type stuff that you will see. You'll see free agents going to a place like that, so that way they can check out the scene. Also, the team brings people in, make sure they mesh. But normally with the trade, you don't see players visiting the other city before the trade happens, or at least I don't hear about that. So we want to keep our lid on that a little bit. I know everyone was excited. AJ Green today was asked about the Buffalo Bills, and he said what he should say. He would love to play for Buffalo. We would love to have him. He loves Bills Mafia. Everyone loves Bills Mafia because we are unbelievable, baby. We're one of the best fan bases, if not the best fan base in the NFL. So that's the big news. Connor McDermott, maybe we're waiting to see what's going on with Josh Allen. Will he play on Sunday? If he doesn't play on Sunday, then maybe that spot will be left open for another quarterback. Maybe it's Webb off the practice squad. Maybe it's somebody else that the Buffalo Bills have in mind. We're not sure yet, but I think that Josh Allen might. He was practicing today, as some of you saw. He was limited in practice. We can start talking about the injury news. Limited in practice today, but he was in practice. So was Devin Singletary in practice. So was I think DeMarco was in practice too, but he was in concussion protocol earlier this week, so I'm not sure about that. But some big names at practice today, limited a little bit. Frank Gore got a rest day today, so we know that. But again, these veterans keep getting their rest days throughout the week. I think it's a good thing for these veterans to get rest days when they need them. They've been in the league long enough where unbelievable. Welcome to Billievers Talk. Thank you, Anthony John. Absolutely. So those are some of the news and notes from the injury side of thing. Obviously, everyone's worried about Josh Allen. Josh Allen, like I said, participated in practice today, was limited in practice, but was shown throwing some slant routes to his wide receivers. You did see Sean McDermott, Coach McDermott, right there on the wide receiver drills, watching every single thing. When I saw on Twitter, you saw McKenzie with the easy drop there. So I'm not sure who's getting looked at the wide receiving core, but you could definitely tell that Coach McDermott and Brian Dable are checking out that wide receiver position. I know a lot of things about Zay Jones. If you haven't seen, I did a video on Zay Jones, just released that yesterday, about my thoughts on Zay Jones. Some statistics got blown out of proportion after that Patriots game, so I understand that. but I wanted to get the record straight, so we did that as well. So after this video, you can go check out the Zay Jones video as well. But again, guys, we want to talk about the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans coming up this Sunday, and we will have that game for you here on Believers Talk, also on Sportscaster, link in the description below, as we give you live play-by-play and reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game. Believers Talk and Hashtag Sports teaming up to give you guys the best play-by-play and reaction video at Buffalo Bills games in 2019 and hopefully beyond. It's been a great partnership so far. Having a good time bringing those games to you. So make sure you join me this Sunday if you can't watch the game, or if you can watch the game and you just want to hang out with a few other Buffalo Bills fans. I know a lot of Bills fans went down to Tennessee for the game this week against the Tennessee Titans. Would love to see that crowd. How many Bills fans are in the area? Where Bills Mafia travels well, baby, and Tennessee Titans are about to realize that. We played the Titans last year, but we were at home, beat them by a point last year. Let's hope for the win again this year as well. But let's talk about the 3 keys to victory as halftime's approaching in the Thursday Night Football game. Let me get to that in a second. So it's 14-6, 24 seconds to go. Rams have the ball at the 24-yard line. Should we rest Josh even if he's cleared? Anthony asked. I don't think we should rest Josh at all. If he's cleared to go, we should, especially with all the questions, right? After the Patriots game, so many people have questions about Josh Allen. What's going on with his accuracy? Even though his accuracy has improved, we see small steps to show improvement for Josh Allen, and then all of a sudden he throws 3 picks in the Patriots game. But as we discussed in that Patriots game, there was a time period between the second and third quarter where Josh Allen went 9 for 11 for 106 yards and that rushing touchdown, and that's against the statistically #1 pass defense in the NFL. So I think that goes to show that he is progressing. He is going in the right direction as far as a quarterback in this league. So I don't think we should look at one game, one outing, and simply say, oh, he's not the guy for the Buffalo Bills. He very well can be. Remember, this week, this game against the Tennessee Titans, this is going to be his 16th start of his career. So last year, due to the injury, due to not starting week 1 for Nathan Peterman, he did not get to play a full 16 games. This is going to be his 16th start. So we kind of got limit our expectations a little bit as far as what to expect from Josh Allen. But that also means I think he should be out there as much as possible here in the early going. Even if he gets injured or is come back from injury, I should say, that kind of develops him a little bit more as far as how to react to the injuries. Maybe learn how to slide a little bit, get down, not worry about getting the extra yard all the time. I know it was a big 3rd down, I believe, where he got hit in the helmet, but we need more out of him. So he needs to learn how to get down and avoid those hits. So that's what I think. We talk about my 3 keys to victory in this game. Speaking of Josh Allen, we know that Matt Barkley might start in this one, right? And if you remember last year, Matt Barkley came out against the Jets, and he came out throwing the ball. Remember, 1st down, big connection to Robert Foster on the first play of the series, on the first offensive play of the game for the Buffalo Bills. About a 30-yard pass to Robert Foster, maybe even longer, and then that set up a run from McCoy for a touchdown. We scored a touchdown against the Jets on 2 plays, just to kind of punch him in the mouth a little bit. Let me tell you something, this Tennessee Titans defense, a little bit better than what the New Jersey Jets defense was last season. I think we still have to count passing the ball if Matt Barkley is the quarterback. The run defense for the Tennessee Titans kind of a strong suit, right? So I think we need to punch him in the mouth and take a long shot downfield just to let them know that we have the potential to do that, right? Whether it be John Brown, whether it be Robert Foster, just let them know, hey, if they're open downfield, Matt Barkley's not afraid to take shots. We're not afraid to take shots with Matt Barkley just because he's our backup quarterback. So that's my first key to victory, is making sure that you don't limit the passing game just because Josh Allen is not in there. Again, Josh Allen last week threw 3 interceptions because he was just passing the ball so much, passing the ball in situations maybe he shouldn't. But we need to make sure that Barkley does a little bit better without turning the ball over, right? The last thing we need is to make this defense step up more than it has to. We know this defense is going to do their job. We just need the offense to put up points. So that takes me to my second key to victory. My second key to victory would be obviously stopping Derrick Henry. We know Derrick Henry hasn't been the Derrick Henry that we know him to be so far this season. But we know that Derrick Henry can turn on in a blink of an eye. And so if Derrick Henry can do that, we need to be able to prevent him from doing that from the start, right? So we have Matt Milano, we have Tremaine Edmonds, we have Star Lotulelei, we have these big guys up front. Again, our front seven is awesome, and we've done a good job so far. Again, some of the better running backs in the league, right? You talk about Le'Veon Bell week 1, Saquon Barkley week 2, and Mixon week 3, even though he's gotten off to a slow start as well. Just explosive running backs to start things off. Now we face a more bruising running back in Travis Henry, right? Might not be able to outrun too many people, but he's going to make it hurt if you go to tackle him, you know what I mean? So we need to make sure we stop the run and make sure that we don't let Derrick Henry go in, because Derrick Henry is one of those momentum type backs. When he has momentum on his side, he'll just continue to carry the load for the Tennessee Titans. So we need to make sure that we limit that from the beginning. The third key to victory, this offense off the field for the Tennessee Titans, because remember guys, Mariota, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far this season. He definitely is gaining confidence in his skill set now. Some people might call him a game manager. Some people might think that he doesn't have a shot to be a star NFL quarterback in this league. But when you look at the Tennessee Titans, currently 2-2, not looking too bad at the quarterback position when you talk about 7 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. I think that changes this week. I think it has to change this week in order for the Buffalo Bills to have success against the Titans. If I think that Mario will throw an interception, maybe 2, and that will give the Buffalo Bills a good chance to win this game. Remember, the Titans are actually favored in this game by 3 points last I checked. I think that's a little bit of an insult to the Buffalo Bills, who are 3-1, who just lost barely to one of the best teams in the NFL. And the Tennessee Titans, you just never know. One week they play the Browns or the Falcons and they look really good. The next couple weeks, they looked between weeks 2 and 3, they looked really bad. So what Tennessee Titans team is going to come out on Sunday afternoon? That's going to be interesting to see. Again, guys, you can catch it right here on Believers Talk, as we will give you live play-by-play and commentary of the game. So again, check it out here on Believers Talk. If you're new to that channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. After you hit the subscribe button, guys, hit the notification bell. It lets you know when we go live, when we post new content. We're constantly posting content, guys. Tomorrow I'll post the injury report after practice is over, so we know exactly what to expect from Josh Allen. We know what to expect from Devin Singletary. We know what to expect from Patrick DeMarco. We know what to expect from a lot of these injured guys, right? Again, we know some of these veteran guys are just resting, but that injury report is getting pretty long. So after this week, we have that much needed bye to get some rest. And also during the bye week, guys, that does not mean that my work is done. I will also give you live play-by-play and commentary of a game of your choice on the Sunday of our bye. I did that last year. We covered the Bears and Jets game. This year we could do a game of your choice. Washington plays Miami. If you want me to do that game, I hope you don't, but if you want me to, I will do that game, as those would be our next 2 opponents that we will play. Play the Redskins, actually 2 out of 3. Play the Redskins, come out of the bye, then we play the Eagles. I will be at that game, and then we play the Dolphins, or vice versa, Dolphins, Eagles, then the Redskins, I should say. So let's go through the news. I hope we can blow them out for once. That would be nice. It would be nice. These teams normally play close. They do. Like I said, last year we won 13-12 on a last-second Stephen Hauschka field goal. I hope that soon Stephen Hauschka gets his Hausch Money nickname back. But again, after missing that kick against the Patriots, kind of a crucial kick right before the half, we'll make him earn that nickname again before we just lay it out there. Is it true that Duke Williams got moved up to the active roster? I've not seen that yet. I know that Buffalo Fanatics did post on Twitter that was something that they're hearing going on in the rumor mill. They also hear that Zay Jones is on the trade block. I'm not sure what kind of value we could get out of Zay Jones. Maybe we can add him to a trade for somebody else. I just don't see him alone being worth too much. Maybe a 5th-round draft pick, 6th-round draft pick, but not too much value there. Besides, as I talked about in my video, are we willing to give up on Zay Jones? I know some of you are going to say yes, but if you look at the actual stats and take away some of the stats that don't really matter, you'll peel away the onion a little bit and see that maybe it's not as bad as we're making it out to be. So I haven't heard about Duke Williams being on the active roster yet. But while I have you guys on here, might as well look at some news sources and see what they have. Look on Twitter and also look on Buffalo Rumblings, see if they have anything. They do not. have anything. So also look on Twitter as well. As again, guys, I want you to share this video. Let people know that we are live during halftime of the Thursday night football game. Again, got on here a little bit early today just because of the excitement of any rumors. Someone just texted me about Diggs. Just the excitement of the Buffalo Sabres winning their first game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, a team that we normally have a tough time beating. We beat them today 3-1 to start the season off right on the road even. So that means we get a huge road win to start the season. Always good to do that. Again, not too much expected necessarily out of the Sabres this year, but it's always nice to start 1-0. If Sheary could score at the clip he just did today, 2 goals for him, I think that we'll do better than a lot of experts and myself projected the Buffalo Sabres to do. Again, we need to get that secondary scoring going for the Sabres if we are expected to do more to break that playoff drought. So, but no news on Duke Williams joining the active roster, but we do have 52 guys currently on the active roster with us dropping Connor McDermott today. So that means we do have an extra spot for somebody. Will that be a quarterback if Josh Allen can't play? Who will that be? I'm not sure, but we'll definitely let you know when that happens. Let me get some more comments here. With motor, Gore, and defense, we will make it happen. Run and short passes. Again, this Tennessee Titans defense really good against the run, but that's what people say about New England's defense. Frank Gore ran for over 100 yards. Devin Singletary limited in practice. Looks like he is going to be able to play, but he was limited, so we'll see what happens. Still listed as day-to-day by Coach McDermott when he was asked about him today. And again, like I said, Josh Allen did have limited participation in practice. Obviously, he was wearing that red jersey the whole time. He always does. But we saw him throwing some slants to the wide receivers, and we also saw him running with the quarterbacks and running backs as well. So hopefully that's a good sign. That's step 4 from what I hear in the concussion protocol of 5 steps. So we hopefully will see more out of him. Go Bills. Piano Wit says fake news. I think he's talking about the Duke Williams thing. Again, I haven't seen anything about Duke Williams on active roster. Anthony John, go Bills. I want to see Foster break loose for once. Evil Crazy says, yeah, we haven't really seen much out of Foster this year so far, and I'm not sure why that is. You know, we saw that Foster-Allen connection last year work out pretty well once they got going. Not sure why Foster's having such a hard time. To be honest, I think Foster's having a much worse season so far than Zay Jones, and we'll see if that continues or if he is able to create that separation. And I'm here. Hey, John, I just saw your text as well. And we'll get into Stephon Diggs a little bit. I talked about him a little bit in the beginning, but we'll definitely talk about him as well. Uzi T, go Sabres. Sabres, like I said, 1-0. Big win against the Pens. Sabres, like the Bills, are new and improved. Psyched. Hey, you know, we talked about Coach Kruger possibly having his team more prepared. You know, we heard it last year from multiple sources. The Sabres last year, after about the second period, would just go in a tank, right? If you still got on top of them or you tied it late, they would just go in the tank and give up the lead and not play as hard as they did the first 2 periods. What I saw today was good puck movement and a lot of good movement from just people from when they didn't have the puck, good movement to the blue line, good line changes. I saw a lot of good things from the Sabres today in this game. Again, it's only 1 game out of 82, but it's better than starting 0-1 as the Penguins now are. So we are 1-0. John talked about or asked me about the rumors with Stephon Diggs, and you know I wonder about these rumors. I think that's all they are. I think, you know, if I can steal a line from Pianowitz, fake news a little bit. I could show that. I don't know why. Sometimes YouTube asks me to review the weirdest messages, and I'm like, this is fine. Yeah. So David also writes about the rumors with Diggs. They are airing it out too much, trying to lean on their defense. Yeah, absolutely. That's they need to lean on their defense. But we've seen Allen go long to Zay Jones. He overthrows him by 10 yards each time. But we've seen him go long. It's not like he's afraid to go long. But we are relying on that, and that why I think is going to be the #1 defense. But going to the Stephon Diggs rumors, yesterday it was reported that Stephon Diggs was eating wings in Buffalo and getting, you know, all these rumors started coming from that Stephon Diggs was in Buffalo. There was a picture floating around with him in Boston even, checking out New England as well, which would kind of make sense. They're both on the East Coast. But how often do you hear of a guy on the trading block going to cities, getting excused from practice to go to cities interested in possibly trading for him? You normally don't hear about that too often. Now today at practice, he said he had a cold, and that's why he wasn't at practice. But if he was sick, that would be indicated on the injury report. So a little bit of news that's conflicting right now. I'm not sure if Stephon Diggs was actually in Buffalo or not, but that's what the rumor stated. As of right now, here's what I could tell you. The New England Patriots have the second lowest cap space out of any team currently in the NFL. At like 1.7 million or something around there, less than 2 million. There's no way they can afford a Stephon Diggs. Plus, I think if Minnesota was trading Stephon Diggs, they would look for some offensive line help, right? Kirk Cousins not getting a lot of protection back there, needs some offensive line help. That's one thing that the Buffalo Bills have is some offensive linemen. Now, we did just release Connor McDermott, one of our offensive linemen today, but we still have depth there. So is it worth maybe moving someone and a pick to get Stephon Diggs? I don't know. I'm not sure how much those rumors hold water, though. Again, I'm not sure if New England would be interested in getting a Stephon Diggs, considering they don't have the cap space. And really, they're hurting at offensive line as well, right? So what Minnesota would want to trade for is something that New England just doesn't have. So I just wonder how true and how accurate all those reports are, whether it be New England, whether it be in Buffalo. Not getting the hype too much. As I posted on Twitter, the last time there was a lot of hype around Buffalo possibly trading for a wide receiver, we saw what happened. That was this past offseason with Antonio Brown, of course. We saw what happened there. Now, if Stephon Diggs came to Buffalo, that would be a huge improvement to our wide receiving core, of course. And maybe Coach McDermott was checking out the wide receivers so closely today at practice because he knows that there's something possibly brewing in the mix. So we'll see what happens, but I don't read too much into those rumors right yet about Stephon Diggs. Things extra spot for backup quarterback, David writes. Well, let me get back to Uzi T. I'm gathering Zay is better practice guy, whereas Foster is a gamer. I'd rather play the guy that produces in a game. Well, right now, Zay and Foster, neither of them are producing in a game. So we'll see what happens down the road. Again, I think a lot of people are looking at some of the Zay Jones stats and reading too much into them. I did do that Zay Jones video yesterday, so check that out. There's some information on there. And also Aaron Quinn, a guy from Cover One Sports, he covered it on Twitter as well. I talked about him a little bit in the show yesterday, but I'll mention him here. If you don't follow him on Twitter, he's a good follow. He does a whole he has a whole thread about Zay Jones, how he got open in the Patriots game and Allen didn't throw it to him, or how he was overthrown, things like that, and why he might not have tried as hard as interceptions as we wished he would have. So check him out as well. Hashtag is live, doing separate preview videos. Yeah, I don't want to be on here too much longer because I know Hashtag goes live as well late on Thursday. I think they go live at 10 p.m. Normally I go live at halftime of the Thursday night football game, so I'll give them their due diligence as well. And guys, as soon as you're done here, check them out. Tell them that Believers Talk sent you. Great guys, Mario and Paul. We work together, and again, we will be giving you live coverage of that Tennessee Titans game. Why am I going here? This week, right here on Believers Talk, because again, we're sharing time. So give me a second here, as I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Me and technology is about as terrible as it could be. I tell you what, I can't believe I have my own YouTube channel. I can't believe you guys like and watch me. I appreciate that. By the way, hit that like button if you're liking what's going on. It is at halftime right now. The Rams did score a touchdown. It's 14-13 Seahawks at the half. So, if you want to watch the second half of that game, after you're done listening to Mario and Paul preview this game with the Tennessee Titans, Buffalo Bills need to play tight ends more. Sweeney and Knox are lights out. Knox is lights out. The one that doesn't need to play is Lee Smith. Let's be honest about that. After the penalties from the game this past Sunday, Lee Smith doesn't need to play as much. Maybe have him in there solely for blocking. But again, you want to mix it up a little bit. We saw T.J. Yeldon only in when it was a pass play. They never ran T.J. Yeldon last week. That's something that might need to change this week as well. But we did talk about that a little bit. We talked about the 3 keys to victory. Again, I want to give Hashtag Sports their due as well. Mario and Paul do a great job. And then you guys come back here and watch this after they're done watching the live show over there. And I'll probably check them out too. So Anthony John, thanks for letting me know. But yeah, so again, guys, this Sunday, we're going to be live for play-by-play and reaction to the Buffalo Bills-Titans game. So make sure you hit that notification bell after you hit the subscribe button. And also like this video, share this video. I'll let you guys go so you can go check out Hashtag Sports. I'll check out Hashtag Sports as well. But we will also, come back here after they're done, watch the video, and tell me what you think in the comment section. I thank you for watching. Again, 3 keys to victory. Got to stop Derrick Henry. Can't be afraid to throw the ball just because Matt Barkley's in there. If Matt Barkley's in there, I think Josh Allen has a good shot to play. But if Matt Barkley's in there, cannot be afraid to pass the ball. And then my third key to victory is time of possession. I feel like a good way to keep Derrick Henry from keeping that motor running is to keep him off the field. So I hope that moves past all running backs. I would love to see Devin Singletary play. And again, tomorrow we will have another injury report for you. We'll just talk about the injuries, who looks like they're going to play, who participated fully in practice, and who looks like they might be sitting out. Might have more news about that 53rd roster spot. Might have more news about Josh Allen tomorrow after practice, but I'll let you know tomorrow. So again, tune in tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like this video, leave a comment, whatever you gotta do. But I hope you guys enjoy your Thursday evening. Go over to Hashtag Sports as they're live right now with Mario and Paul. Tell them I say hi. I'll join you guys over there in a little bit as well. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.